All right, here's a little bonus video for today. I recently bought a copy of Iris Murdoch's The Red and the Green, and I got this first American edition hardback from a seller on the internet. And tucked inside it was a review of the book from 1965 from what was then the Manchester Guardian Weekly. So I'm not sure if the Guardian was just a weekly at that time, or they had both a daily and a weekly. And here's the review by W.L. Webb. I'll just note below it there's a review of a Muriel Spark novel by Norman Shrapnel. I've heard of him before, but what a great name. Anyway, then I turned the paper over, and nestled in between the bridge and the chess was a crossword. Now, note that it's not called a cryptic crossword, it is just a crossword. So I thought I would try today solving this, but just really sharing with you what a cryptic crossword looked like almost 60 years ago. My goodness. And there are quite a lot of differences back then. All right, let me try this pen that I have here. All right, so 7 across is Beast said Caesar at last. I have to think. Yeah, so it's just Caesar's last words, so there's no wordplay, but et tu brute. So let's see how good my writing is. Oh, hold on, let's, can I make that smaller? Yes. And then let's, yeah, that looks better. Oh no, hold on. Let's try smallest. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this, but let's, please forgive me this spidery writing. But I'm writing on a tablet with a little stylus, and I'm trying not to touch the screen, which makes it harder. All right, so one down. Oh, and I get to, when I do a crossword on paper, I always love crossing off the clues I've done. I don't know how many of you do that. Let's try 8 across. One reform, nugatory, admittedly. So it's a phrase. I'm thinking one is going to be I, and then we need 8 letters, and nugatory, if I'm saying that right, is 8. I think it's going to be I something you. Oh, I grant you. So again, oh my goodness, this is so tricky. I promise you my handwriting is better than this in person. All right, let's try these downs. Inquisition chamber, burn the marrying man outside. Well, the marrying man has to be a groom, and so I can see a something room would be a chamber. So we have a G, R, and then I presume an O, O. Whoops, that is an O there, all right. Inquisition chamber, but it gets a question mark. I'm just thinking a burn is another name for a stream, which can also be a rill. And I'm wondering if there will, maybe back in the 60s, a phrase, a grill room. I would have thought that was a part of a restaurant that served grilled food. There's our R for, yes, that's the R for groom. All right. Oh yeah, get to cross that off, and I forgot to cross off 8. How about clergy land in single beds? I do see within single beds we have glebe. No, I didn't think that was a glebe, but I wonder if it's some land owned that's the property of the church. Yes, a plot of land belonging or yielding profit to an English parish church. All right, so we've had an anagram, we've had just some general knowledge. Now we're getting a hidden clue. Oh, and we had a charade. It's more important to get the crossing letters right. All right. Safety precautions for constituency zones. Yeah, I think it's probably going to. Is it a double definition? A constituency zone could be a ward of something, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, how about two down? He will knife his old girlfriend. Oh my goodness, that's not nice. I'm wondering if it's going to start with stab, and then X could be old girlfriend, but stabber X. No, not seeing that. Despair in Pilgrim's Progress. Well, there are two G's in Pilgrim's Progress. Could it be a hidden clue? Maybe ogre. Does ogre have something to do with oh, something like the ogre of despair, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. We'll leave it for now. What ology is metrically ology? Oh, of course, metric measurement, but it could also be something to do with poetry. But I'm thinking it's going to end in ology. I don't know. All right, 5, 6. So I sometimes complain when a modern day setter breaks a single word over two clues, but they were doing it back in 1965, so I suppose there is precedence for a Guardian crossword setter to point to. Follow a course out of David Copperfield. Yeah, is it a course as in a path to follow, or is it a course of food, a dining? Out of David Copperfield. No. All right. The Novice, a short tale by Buchan. I suppose that's John Buchan. Oh, he wrote a lot of books of daring do but yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to be. How about a girl going to Monte? Oh, is it Monte Carlo? Monte something. A girl, no. A girl possibly, much sought after. I'm thinking they're both going to be girls' names. Let's see, 16 arranged for resting on. So I think we're going to anagram 16. For resting on could be a sofa. Or a crib, a seat. Nope. 12, that's blown up, as it were. So interesting that they're doing a lot of cross-referencing back in the 60s. 12, that's so 12 was The Novice, a short tale by Buchan. No. And then that's blown up. Explosives or detonations, something like that. Investigates, a novel heroine, Sybil, perhaps. Ah. All right, I'm thinking of Sybil in mythology as a fortune teller. Oh, is it one of the fates, Sybil? I'm going to have to look that up if I don't make any progress. The 2-year hut. Oh, that's a nice compact clue. The 2-year hut. Nothing comes to me there. Dancer's reflexes. C6 in a dance, and we don't have 6 yet. Dancer's reflexes. Jetés or something like that. Oh, it's 9 letters, so yeah, and 6 is 5 letters. Yeah, I was thinking we were going to put 6 down in an anagram with C, but that's only 8 letters. Ah, yeah, maybe it is a dance. No, not getting it. Suppress adoration in adolescence. Ooh. Is the definition suppress, and we put something for adoration inside adolescence are. Adolescents could be teens, maybe? Oh, adolescence could maybe be puberty, and we take 2 letters out for adoration, and it means suppress. But I don't see how that would work. All right. Yeah, this is tricky. How about I am an American-born soldier with a fancy. Okay. I am an American. Yeah, I'm thinking that's wordplay at the front. Oh, because American-born soldier, I'm thinking GI. I'm wondering if it could be imagination. Yeah, I think that's it. So let me try and write that in as best I can. Yeah, maybe writing faster is better. I don't know. All right. Let's see. I'm a GI. Nation. I don't know where the nation is coming from. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm a GI native. Maybe it's. Yes, I think that might be better. We'll find out. All right. So 12 across again was that novice. The novice. So is that a nun in a convent? Is there? Oh, there is another word for a novice nun. But a short tale. Maybe I need to also look up what John Buchan wrote. Not the 39. Oh, maybe he did write the 39 steps. Anyway. All right. New York as a lake. Ooh. No, not getting that. military order for male and female, yours and mine. Yeah, so is it something like a gold cross? Is it that type of military order? But male and female could be he plus she or her, yours and mine. Iron cross. I'm thinking yours and mine might be our at the end, but I don't see it. Okay, the country admits his right to vote. Ooh. So I think we're going to put maybe HISR inside, or maybe just HIS. Yeah, not getting a time off for the baker. No. Oh, this clue, I have seen old British crosswords, cryptic crosswords before, where one clue was generally a quote from classical literature, and they're just testing your knowledge of that. Here from King Lear, I only know out, out, damn spot from the Scottish play. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to Google this one from Lear. Ah, yes, I should have got this. As I mentioned in a recent crossword, we did King Lear at school, and it's a very dramatic and gory moment in the play. I won't say what's happening in case you're eating your dinner at the moment, but he says, out, vile jelly, and just imagine he's eating some nice lemon flavored jelly. All right. So 25 now. We do have this L and V. Dancer's reflexes. C6 in a dance. No, not getting it. All right. Oh, and here we have a clue that refers to 2. Of course, it may not be. They may be fooling us, but 20 that may receive 19. Well, we don't have either of those, unfortunately. All right. The girl going to Monty is something O, if I can read my own writing. And the girl possibly much sought after. I'm wondering if it could be Grace. I don't know. It seems a little weak as a definition. Is Grace much sought after? Oh, how about Grail is much sought after? Ah, yes, it's an anagram of a girl possibly. All right. Oh, for some reason I have problems with my eyes anyway. So that's 17. Well, I never crossed out my Lear one. Yeah, what's the right to vote? There is a word, the franchise. Oh, yes. So, yeah, that was the phrase as voting rights were given to more and more people. They said they were extending the franchise, and so his is put inside France. All right. Now 16. No, we still don't have 16, but arranged for resting on. Well, if it was Dora. No, not seeing it. And that's blown up. I presume it's going to begin with IN or EN. The two-year hut looks interesting. Is a dacha I presume that's how you pronounce it, Dacha? Um, isn't that a Russian hunting lodge? But could it be a hut? But I don't know what the 2 year has to do with anything. Yeah, no, don't see it. 26 now. Suppress adoration in adolescence has an S as the fourth letter. Suppress, oh, crush, of course, is, so it's a double definition. I wonder the history of the slang word crush. I have a feeling it might have been pretty new in 1965, maybe dating back to the 50s, but I could be wrong. So there's 26. Does that help? 14. Okay, certainly not a cross, but military order. No, not seeing it. Apologies again for my handwriting. It's definitely hindering me a little bit as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be an ology in 4 down. But what ology is metrically ology? Yeah, not sure, but does that help with the 12 that's blown up, as it were? Yeah, I think I'm going to pause and look up John Buchan and see what he wrote. Well, he did write the 39 Steps, and he later went on to become Governor General of Canada, which I didn't know. He was a surly looking gentleman. Anyway, one of his other novels was Green Mantle. And I can see Green being a novice, somebody who is new. But how is Mantle a short tale? Unless the novice maybe is Green Man, and then a short tale might simply be TLE. If you have a better explanation, please let me know. In today's crosswords, I think if they say a word is shortened, they somehow indicate a brief something or curtailed. It's always the last letter is dropped off, but maybe they were a little looser back then. Anyway, that's another one down. This might be a long video. And of course, I can't go to 15 squared at the end, or I can't click the reveal this button. So I have a feeling I'm not going to finish it, but then it will be up to you to suggest the answers to the remaining clues. All right, so it's an L-ology. Okay, what ology is metrically? No. And then we don't, it'd be nice to get 10 safety precautions for constituency zones. Yeah, not seeing. Let me look up Dhaka to see if that is some kind of a hut. All right. Well, not. No, I think a dasha is a cottage as opposed to a hut. But my eyes were drawn to 13 down. New York as a lake, and then I realized, oh, of course we have N and A, so is it simply NY as A, and it is a lake, I think, in Africa. Anyway, all right, slowly but surely. 19 now, 12 that's blown up. Um, Enlargement would be a photo that's blown up. So then 12 was green mantle. Unless it's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I think enlargement is an anagram of green mantle. Now that is very well spotted by the setter. Oh, and of course, that's another thing different from today, is the setter is anonymous, as they still are in the Times crossword. All right. So, where to go? I'm thinking 2 down must be a stable lad, stable boy, but he will knife, I presume, is stab. But then how is la boy, la lad, his old girlfriend? Don't see that. Still don't know my ology or my David Copperfield. Follow a course. Well, of course, the first scene is in a graveyard. No, don't see that. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. Let's see maybe how many 5-letter words do have an H in the 4th position. Well, it's a name or word I know. And by the way, I had to go through a lot of pages at wordplays.com before I found this one. A bothy, Bothy. Now, I only, I think, know the word from the Bothy Band, an Irish folk group. And it seems to be maybe a Celtic word. They're in Scotland as well. Might come from Welsh, or it could also come from Norse. But there we are. Oh yeah, and the wordplay is the two is both, and year is Y. So yeah, I definitely could have got that from the wordplay. That I think is the type of wordplay we would see today. So now 14 down are military order for male and female. Well, it does look like we might end in OURS. Male and female, yours and mine. What is that? 4-letter word ending in M. And then fours, something fours. Of course, the U might not be right, but or the S, but I'm thinking that must be a military order. Let me look it up. Well, I can't find the phrase in a quick Google search, but I'm thinking, as I looked at it, I thought of, form fours, because that would be for male and female and ours. And I presume it's an order, a military order, something the sergeant major would say for the soldiers to get into groups of 4. All right, so now the 16 arranged for resting on. Oh, you can rest on your oars. I mean, that's really not what they're for, but you can rest on oars. So then I think the girl going to Monty must be Rosa. I don't know where Monty Rosa is, but I presume that's how that works. All right, so I'm going to put in stable lad, but I don't really. Let me undo both of those. and try and get a proper L. Oh my goodness. All right, stable ad, and I'm going to put a question mark beside number 2. So the top left and the bottom right, I do notice there's a lot of blacked out squares, I think, compared to a modern day grid. And yeah, they didn't give us a lot of starting letters, certainly around the edge, which makes it a little tougher. Let me look at 25 dancers' reflexes. C6. We still don't have 6, but I'm wondering if it could be, since we have a V, if it could be a VI. And yeah, just wondering if that's the 6 that is in a dance. Might start with A and then a dance with an L. I did look up also Sybil was an oracle or a prophetess, but neither of those would work. Investigates, a novel heroine. Oh, but I do think a novel heroine could be Tess. And it is something S as, yeah, let me look up words for a female oracle. It is priestess. So investigates is prize. Yes. Of course. There we go. Time off for the baker now is something R. Yeah, don't see that one. Yeah, let me look up word plays for words that might go with 25 across. There is the word Pavlovian, which would go with reflexes. And then I was wondering, well, why is it dancers' reflexes? But I think there was a ballet dancer, Anna Pavlova. And so I think that's why the question mark is there. Now, I don't know how the rest of it works other than the VI being 6 inside of Pavlovan. C6 in a dance. Oh, well, in a, no, that would be double counting the I from 6. Yeah, I'm not fully getting that, unless it is an anagram of Pavlovan. But no, 6 has to be the Roman numerals, I would think. All right. Well, we're getting there. Is just the only across that's left is 10. The safety precautions. Something wards or ward something. Seat belts, of course, could be safety precautions. Oh, yes, that's exactly it. Oh my goodness. I did not think it was going to be that easy, but of course a constituency is a seat in the British Parliament. Oh my goodness, that is an A. That is an E. All right, and belts could be zones. Green belts, for example. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to put in ogre since it is hidden inside progress, and maybe in the Pilgrim's Progress there is an ogre of despair. There's some pit of despond or something like that. All right, what ology? Oh, could it be an anagram of what? No, because we need another L. Yeah, I'm going to have to use 15 squared for this one. Well, this is a word I would never have got on my own. There is a word dactylology, which means finger spelling, a form of sign language where you spell out letters with your fingers. But of course, the clue is referring to the meter of poetry. One of them is the dactyl. So there. So follow a course out of David Copperfield. I'm going to say it's maybe something south or something north. But I think, does David Copperfield go south? Oh, maybe there's a character. Let me look up the characters in David Copperfield. It is not south or north. It is James Steerforth, a student at Creakle School who befriends young David. Oh, even as he takes over David's money. Oh dear. But I don't think any novelist ever had better character names than Charles Dickens. So let's try and fit that in. Steerforth. Oh, I thought that was it, but there's... oh, I never crossed those ones off. Oh, there's the time off for the baker. Something R, something A, something. Friar, something, no. And then 20. That may receive 9. Well, we don't have 20. At least we know 19 is enlargement. All right, I'm going to leave those for you. So I hope you can make out my letters there, but 20 down is something R, something A, something, and 23 down is S, something A, something. I don't get those, and I need to pause here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that as something different, seeing a cryptic crossword from 59 years ago. Anyway, thank you as always for watching, and have a great day.